Welcome everyone! This is Lee to you, back from my 3-month hiatus. Today's video will be a little different. I have a project for my ELA class, and I decided the best way to practice would be turning it into a video. So, more content and practice? Yay! Let's see how this goes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Who Anne Frank was and why she is important. June 12, 1929, in Frankfurt, Germany, Anne Frank was born. Her immediate family consisted of her parents Otto, of whom she preferred to call Pim as a nickname, and Edith, as well as her sister Margot. Life for Anne was actually pretty well, but everything began to go downhill when in 1942, Margot received a letter stating to report to a labor camp. Before we get back to this, let's backtrack a bit and learn about Anne's background. When the Nazis came into power in 1933, the Franks fled to Amsterdam. Her father had purchased a company called Opekta to support his family, along with his business partner, Herman van Pels. The company produced a key component in the creation of jam. Anne quickly adjusted to life in Amsterdam, learning Dutch fairly easily and earning quite the reputation of always speaking her mind. This made her very popular, and in her diary she states that she even had plenty of admirers. Now that we've covered that, we can retrack back to the letter Margot received. Anne's parents were already planning on going into hiding due to all the regulations against Jews, and the report was merely the straw that made them decide that it would be best to go into hiding immediately. So that's what they did. Their hiding place was actually the building Anne's father owned for his business before he sold it to his employee Mep and her husband. The building, as many others at the time, had another attached to it called an annex, but Anne referred to it as the secret annex. The spot was well hidden, as it could only be entered from an office only known by the employees who helped keep their living quarters a secret, and if someone were to stumble in, which in the diary is stated to have happened multiple times, the door that differentiated the buildings was covered by a bookshelf, so they'd assume nothing is there. Now, the Franks weren't the only ones seeking refuge in the annex. There were 8 people, and I'll introduce them now. Otto Frank, Anne's father and the previous owner of Opekta. Anne's mother, Edith Frank, and someone who constantly clashed with Anne during their time in the annex. Margot Frank, Anne's sister and opposite, also the first to arrive in the annex. August van Pels, the busy housewife, as Anne put it, always in the kitchen cooking something up for everyone to eat. Herman van Pels, Otto's former business partner. Peter van Pels, Anne's love interest, and a shy, sometimes lazy boy, as Anne initially described. Fritz Pfeffer, Mep's dentist and acquaintance of the Franks. Lastly, Anne, the girl of whom is the reason we have all this information about their time in hiding, and the girl who only ever wished for someone to confide in. So what did she do? She got a diary! About 3 weeks before they went into hiding, Anne received a diary for her 13th birthday. At first, she didn't take it very seriously and only wrote in it for herself, until there was a radio broadcast stating that any letters or diaries could be vital information after the war. And so she began revising her diary to make it suitable for the public's eye. She addressed her diary as a series of letters to an imaginary friend named Kitty due to her lack of a true friend. Unfortunately, Anne never got to experience a normal life once again, as the annex was discovered in 1944, and in 1945, a few days after her sister, she died from typhus, a bacteria usually carried around by lice, fleas, mites, and ticks, in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. However, Anne had always hoped that she would go on living even after her death, and her dream had came true. Anne's diary has informed many people about the struggles of oppression for Jews during the Holocaust and the perspective of a young girl taking on the woes of life trapped in with 7 others and nowhere else to go. This was my presentation on Anne Frank. Thank you for listening, and I hoped you all learned something new. This was Lee to you. Thank you for watching. Peace. I hope I get a good grade on this project because I have to present in front of the class. I hope I get a good grade and I hope it's super nice. Also, I'm freestyling this verse right now. I have to present the project in front of my ELA class, and I hope that goes well. I'm good at standing in front of a crowd, but eye contact isn't my strong suit. Unless it's for intimidating people in a good way, of course. Okay, this is getting out of hand. I hope I get a good grade. So this is dragging on. Gonna stop now. Why didn't you click off the video? Go watch another one of my videos, please, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.